Hello, welcome to another Shadowverse video. Today I shall be talking about, and of course the title says, Shadowverse Tactics. Now Shadowverse is such a balanced game with complete army creation, 100% freedom to make whatever, mix and match whatever units you want. You could go full infantry, full vehicle, you could go air, you could go half and half of two races, you could go so you have every single race in your army. So it's very hard to do an overall tactic video of this game because there's so much choices. It's really based upon your own personal tastes and what fluff you like or what units you like or how you play. So I will basically go over in this part of the video, anyhow, for this first video, just the basic 4 races that are in the book so far. Beltai, humans, Inu, Legos, droids, sorry, 5. Anyhow, let's begin. Humans we'll start with first. Humans will probably be one of the most used armies in the game, since a lot of people will have 15 mil humans or use 20 mil human miniatures they have and such. And so they'll probably be the most used. They have a lot of choices with them. They're not necessarily the most finesse army to themselves, or they're more of, not exactly finesse. Every army may be pretty finesse actually. They're more of number-wise, that's the strength. They're more based upon numbers. They're also more straightforward type of tactics. They rely on concentrating the firepower on their targets, watering them down, but keeping their numbers up, basically. You want to not just go and put them, say, in close combat with Legos because they'll just get destroyed, basically. So you want to keep them basically somewhere in the middle. Keep your range units. Have good assault. The powered armored infantry, in my view, make really good assault troops for them. Basically, with 4+ armor, they're pretty scary when they're going on the assault. However, the other races and other units can easily counter them as well. So keep that in mind. I think though, notice some races tend to have some of the better units and more of strengths of between the infantry, armored, and air superiority. For humans, I would have to say if you wanted to go with an armored, mechanized army, I would have to say your humans would probably be one of the best choices. Overall, if you wanted to go pure, good old-style mechanized force, the humans have quite the capabilities for it. And I think some of the armored vehicles, some of the assault walkers, some of the tanks and stuff, are actually pretty damn good. You get your resource points worth out of them, let me tell you. That's humanity in a nutshell. Basically, it's not very diversified. Overall, they have a lot of interesting units and have a very number-based, but not extreme point of number-based. They're more in the middle, not exactly balanced, but they're near there. They do have a half-average courage, so you'll have to watch out for a lot of pinning weapons and stuff, which is why you want to support units who are pinned, or they will get wasted, basically. Now we should go on to my most favorite race, the Inu, as everyone has been saying. I'm absolutely fanatical about them. I truly love what they're about and love the playstyle, basically, here. Inu are not as diverse in terms of infantry. They have the basic normal infantry, the scouts, and the snipers, where humans have, like, civilians, militia, and the professional soldiers. But however, the Inu make that up quite well. I think they have some of the best infantry to play to my tactics. They have a great range, they have a great courage, and they have for armor, most infantry, they have pretty damn good armor. Say 5+, which is just 1 below power armor. You get these guys in the cover, and they're gonna last for quite a bit. And also, the range helps a lot. You can move back and forth out of most infantry's range. The normal range of the infantry is 5 inches further than most other infantry in the game, so that gives them a huge advantage when you're fighting. You can keep out your enemy's fire in other terms. You don't have to force them to move towards you, which is what I would do with Inu overall, tactic-wise. They have great armor. Their armored vehicles, especially when you get to the Inu Alphas, they're the absolute terror of the game, in my personal view. They may move slow, but when they get to into range of the enemy tank and have pretty damn good range themselves, they can can pretty much tear apart anything in the way. But with them, basically, they have a very high courage, 3+ courage, so you don't have to worry about having units pinned too often. Basically, you just want to give them good cover. Regardless of the better armor average, you still want to use cover in this game, very much. And use a range to the furthest advantage as possible. So they have very strong infantry. If you want to go with the heavy infantry army, I think the Innu, and some of the other races, definitely the Innu launch there as one of the best of the infantry armies. Also, the battle suits are absolutely really good. My last battle report, which I'll have up here soon, absolutely amazing. These battle suits made the game. They're good. They're definitely one of the strengths of the Innu dominant army. Now, the Oni wall markers and such, with them they're a bit unique. They actually don't have as much range as some of the average range vehicles of some of the other races. However, they aren't bad, they aren't terrible. While they don't always have some of the best range, but they actually are pretty close. They're only maybe a few inches off or so. But they have double of the guns, right? So the Innu have the type of firepower capability as well. They're very able to give a good punch, but keep their distance as well. Think of a long distance fighter. Sorry that for smacking my hands trying to think of a UFC reference, but I can't. Anyhow, let's go on. The wall walkers here, we have the Silver Fox and the Domino. Very good vehicles. They're expensive. Of course, these are one of the super vehicles of the race, and they are incredibly good. Incredibly good. The Innu do lack some things, though, as transports some things, but who knows, in future volumes that'll probably be fixed. We'll see. But now we go to the end of the Innu. They have a fairly good one fighter air force, but it's fairly very good, so they have some good air force. You also have K cannon, which I actually helped came up with the idea, and this weapon here is great if you got someone who's holding ground, or basically holding up in the building, or there's a bunch of infantry or even armored moving across the board. Set this thing up, it's going to do a lot of damage. It pretty much can capture anything, anyone, but it also can destroy vehicles pretty damn well as well. And also, it's also anti-air, so it's very static though, but it's definitely a very good defensive weapon. Innu can be a very defensive style army, but they also can be aggressive as well. Either way, they're very good, and that's how you want to use them. You want to have to be more defensive with them, draw your enemy out, and just keep up pummeling, keep your distance, pummel them with your shots, and just move forward when you're ready, and just lay waste to what's left of them. Basically, that's how they're a very good army. Overall, very strong courage, very good, but they're very straightforward to play. So adapting new tactics to them would be the key to keep yourself from being unpredictable to opponents you face. Now we're going to move on to the Bel Tai. The Bel Tai are a very interesting type of race in this game. They don't have the best armor. They don't have necessarily best of courage all the time here, but they have quite a unique diversity. They have quite a unique style of play. They have some really good units too as well, to my style anyhow, but the other players' style, they might really like them. So they do have some pretty unique things. One of their abilities is one of the only races to have the teleport special ability to them, and that is a pretty crazy ability. It's I haven't played them against them yet. I will soon though. But they're going to be quite the force to face. Very, very unpredictable. And with them, they may not have the best armor, but they definitely rely upon speed. They have some of the highest speed in the game. They are very quick, and their armored units are scary because they can move quickly, activate quicker. They're very good in that term. They're very unique in that style, and definitely a lot quicker than most of the other races in the game. Right beside the Legos. Let's see here. They have a fair bit of infantry diversity. They have clones. They have Men in Black. They have the observer teams, the intervention teams. All very good. The intervention teams definitely with the X-ray weapons being able to shoot through buildings and such. That's pretty scary. That's a definite unit that you can drop in there, and they're going to cause some chaos. They're going to be very effective. With them, they're basically a very quick army. They'll be activating mostly before your opponent's army usually, unless you're facing very equal armies, or Vjos perhaps. So you're definitely going to get the advantage of being able to strike first. With them, my idea with them would be to strike and then move away as quickly as you can. Strike and move into cover. Basically, it's the hit and run style. Or if you're going to go out on an offensive, prioritize your targets and take out the most threatening target to your force quickly as possible, and they will never be able to get a chance to use that unit on you, and therefore you can pick off what you want some of your turns, but always try to get the cover, because they do have low armor compared to most of the other races, and therefore have very high risk of being able to be picked off pretty quickly. So definitely use cover, but they are definitely more likely to attack first, and that's the main strength. It's the speed and the attack and some of the exotic weaponry that they use. They have tripod walkers and two air units, which are very good actually. Very good. They have a lot of really good killing power in this army. It has really good killing power, but not a lot of armor. So they have a very good potential to give a punch and absolutely devastate what they're facing. But then they're like what would it be? Like a thin tree. Well, not a thin tree exactly, but basically they're very strong hitting, but they're very vulnerable too. So I'll think of a term for the next time I do a battle report for you guys. But basically they're very good. They're very unique race, and definitely if you like that more hit and run style, you like having pretty good firepower and being able to start first before your opponent to make your moves before they have a chance to make theirs, this is definitely the army for you. Or definitely at least have a lot of these units in your force. Now let's go on to my second most favorite race in this game, the Vjos. The Vjos are, as you've seen any alien movie or any sort of aliens in any games, these are basically them. Alright, they're very quick. They have the same type of speed on average is similar to the Beltane, so they're get the start early, very quick to move out first before the enemy has time to move their forces. But however, the advantage is a lot of the units, if not almost all of them, if not all of them, have fast note special rule, which basically is plus 3 inches to the movement. So you move these guys double, they're getting 16 inches move a turn. That's